Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This will be Michael Doolan, your humble narrator. This is indeed my YouTube universe. This is my YouTube audience. And everybody knows by now that I shoot these things and do really good at it. But anyway, we're reporting live from what appears to be like an abandoned house by now. It was one that Bender had, in fact, stayed in before. He got us in here like 4 years ago. And there was a lot of times there. It's over on 22nd Street. And we survived this tornado here, right? So that was our big claim to fame, that this house withstood the tornado. And complete with the fact that Murphy's Irish Pub and Main Street and everything was down just a few blocks that way, that is an amazing accomplishment, because all we did that day on the 22nd of May was stay in here. And the whole sky was black. It was black. And then the tornado occurred and it got swept away. And when that happened, it was just an enormous thing because, we got lucky. We really did. And we got honking. Yeah. Yeah. What is she yelling about? What?
Thanks for putting cap on back to fucking soda. I found it myself.
Oh.
After honking 6 times.
I figured you would.
Ask you what you fucking did with it.
I was waiting for someone to get here. Besides that. But anyway, this abandoned house, it was at 809 West 22nd Street. And on the day of the 22nd of May, 2011, the tornado came through here. And once that day occurred, my father stood in the living room. He rebuked the wind, he claimed, but it shook the house. But the nice sturdy house never even got touched. And the wind of that day swept away our cans that we can, like a bag of cans that we were going to take to recycle. But anyway, the moral of the story is we got lucky. And this was quite a house in its time. We in fact stayed here for 4 years. Bender included. I moved out a few times and I got my own place now. But that being said, this day and age, houses like this are becoming quite a relic in themselves. The memories that you share, the times that you had. I remember even being here on one Thanksgiving, got drunk on Wild Turkey 101. Get that wild turkey on Gobble Gobble Day. So Thanksgiving of that year, I blacked out. My parents faced my wrath, right? But I got maced and I got tased. But that goes without saying. Me and Bender, in fact, we stayed a few times, having good old-fashioned porch talks about how lucky we were during the tornado. And I met people here. I've seen a lot of people and done been a lot of places, but they had to move out, unfortunately. Unfortunately for them, they had to move out due to the fact that the landlord that was they were getting rent to every month, Mary, she in fact become deceased as of a few months ago. So they didn't know what to do. So on short notice, I found them a place. And that's in Carterville, which is like a few blocks away from me. So, that being said, but they abandoned all this and left this a empty hole. And we'll come in here. Bender, you'll like this. This was your room for quite a while. This became what your room looked like. In this room, there's where he punched a hole in it. Yeah, it basically, it even was Kurt's room. And Bender, he stayed here too. And had quite a few times. He got drunk. He got four locoed. He got K2'd. But, it all happened in itself. And it all happened for a reason. This was one of those stepping stone type houses to lead to greater, better things. But my parents, they withstood the test of time. They lasted outside where Kurt and Bender and David Brown even and me, we all, moved on and did other things ourselves. And this became a place of history and relic. I mean, even though it's going to go down to a lucky owner. And that lucky owner, who knows who they'll be. But they'll never experience the memories that we had in this very household. So that being said, this is my YouTube audience. This is me, Michael Doolin, and I remember a rich history in this very house. Bender, this was your room. Look at it now, buddy. Ain't that quite a something? They moved like a block away from me because their landlord is no longer among us. But that being said, hopefully we could profit off of it somehow or another. But we, if our fact, looked through the times and had a lot of memories here. Me and Bender would sit up that porch out there and drink beer all the time. And that day on the 22nd, the skies were blackened, and he barely made it back here before it came through. And once it did hit through, I held the door open like this. Well, it won't come on now, but now, well, hello, lights. This very door, I couldn't even keep closed. I held it shut for a while. And I couldn't even withstand it, man. I mean, it blew me open. I was like, oh my God, it's fucking tornado. And after that happened, and this place was a disaster zone, it became a stuff where they'd have army outfits, patrol the area. And they even gave us spaghetti one day. You remember that, right, Bender? Of course you have, man. We feel like we're visiting a ghost right now. I mean, this place is a relic, man. I mean, further down and that way even is where the damage most occurred. We just caught maybe a glimpse of it before my father rebuked the wind and, in fact, said for himself, he could say it to this very day. He could say it to this very day that he rebuked the storm, but coincidental. But anyway, a lot of stories, a lot of things, and this was a stepping stone of sorts. It's a small house that withstood a tornado, and a lot of stuff that me and my comrades have employed. And, got drunk here, got high here, got everything you can imagine here. And look at it now. It's an abandoned relic. We just might encounter Kurt's ghost. Woo! Sorry about that. This was my parents' room. And that's where, well, you don't see it now, but it's patched up. In the bathroom, there's a 2x4 that was wedged right through this shower. So whenever you tell yourself that a safe place during a tornado is the bathroom and the bathtub, you can't believe it. You cannot believe it, because that taught us right there that anything could happen. And in here, well, we dove in the closet. Well, I did. And it passed right over us. So we're lucky. Anyway, there's no morals. Because it's not really a story. It's just basically retroacting or having nostalgia of sorts about a house we were in for 4 years. And they moved out and moved to my neck of the woods. But anyway, that's no big deal. Just another thing, another day in paradise. We have moved on to bigger, better things, me and Brenda have. And we'll enjoy where we're at. We say palace, sweet palace when we're there. Because it is one. In our own mind. Because we might as well build a moat around the damn thing and keep all the intruders at bay. But anyway, We'll talk to you later. This is a good YouTube video. I just being a little bit nostalgic about our house, or my folks' house, for about 4 years, which Bender lived in, Kurt lived in, David Brownie. Shout out to you, buddy. He lived here. A little bit of everything occurred here, and just I won't call it fun and real, but it was really fun. You know, that type of deal. On a day where it just keeps on getting better and better, we might as well do something to our own enjoyment. And call it a day in YouTubers. Anyway, we'll see you on my birthday, which is in a couple days, and I'll meet you at Mount Hope. Well, no, it's called Praying Hands. So this is a introduction to my next video. We'll see you then. I'll be a year older. I'll have English class that day, which I saw her earlier, getting there in her tire. Hi, Miss White. But yeah, it was just, what else could we say about 22nd Street? But it was fun while it lasted, but you know, people just had to move on, and it made better lives of themselves. But this was a terrific stepping stone. With that being said, just another day. Just another day in paradise. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. Have a good day.